A week ago, Spiffing Brit uploaded a video explaining how YouTube Shorts were the ultimate exploit to exploding on YouTube. As of this recording, that video has roughly 570,000 views. Even before that, plenty of YouTube channels have been talking about explosive growth from YouTube Shorts. On Google Trends, searches for the keyword YouTube Shorts are exploding. And YouTube just announced that the YouTube Shorts feature will finally be released in the United States in March. All of this should lead you to one obvious conclusion. YouTube Shorts are dead. If that's not the conclusion you came to, well, I have some GameStop stocks I'd love to show you. Spiffing Brit called YouTube Shorts an exploit, but exploits only work if nobody else is using them. Once everybody starts using them, they stop being an exploit and instead become a bubble, and the YouTube Shorts bubble had already started to pop when Spiffing Brit released his video. To see this, you just need to look at the YouTube channels that Spiffing Brit himself pointed to in his video. The two biggest examples he mentioned were Jake Fellman and BlockFacts. These are the weekly views for both channels. The explosion of these channels is obvious. However, you can also clearly see that they hit their peak in January and those weekly views are collapsing fast. They're not the only ones. Here are the weekly views from Mr. Beast's Shorts channel and Legal Eagle's channel. Both saw huge spikes and both are currently collapsing. Jake Fellman has lost almost half of his weekly views and Legal Eagle has lost almost 2/3 of his. Now obviously all these channels are still getting massive amounts of views, but this points to a dramatic reduction in how many views channels are getting from YouTube Shorts. Why is this happening? Because everyone has started making YouTube Shorts, of course. Here's a clip from vidIQ that makes this completely obvious.
And this is just going to give you a breakdown of all of the videos that are using a hashtag, in this case, hashtag shorts. And so the breakdown here is that there are now 5 million videos on this topic. This time last week, it was around about 3 million. So there are a lot of creators jumping onto this topic right now.
For those of you that don't like math, let me break this down for you. For roughly the first 150 days after YouTube announced hashtag shorts, there were an average of 20,000 videos added per day. Now in 1 week prior to this video, that increased to over 280,000 videos per day. That's a 14-fold increase in the number of videos being uploaded. What matters even more is who has been uploading those videos. More and more established YouTube creators are taking note and starting their own YouTube Shorts channels. Here are two examples. GB ASMR and Kyle XM. These two channels are actually seeing growth on their YouTube Shorts channels while the other channels are declining, but only because they just started these new channels and hadn't already peaked. However, the reason they're able to grow these channels at all is that they are both established creators that have existing audiences to send to their new channel. This gives their shorts an initial boost and lets the algorithm better target their shorts to the best audience for that video. This leads to higher watch times, which leads to the algorithm giving them more views and so on. And it's definitely working for them. Kyle XM alone is uploading 3 shorts a day and getting over 100,000 views per day. However, their success means less views for the algorithm to run tests on other videos. But wait, you say. YouTube said YouTube Shorts is getting 3.5 billion views per day. Surely there's still plenty of room to grow on YouTube Shorts. While 3.5 billion views is a huge number, once you start looking at the daily averages of the top YouTube Shorts channels, it's clear this isn't nearly enough to compensate for the flood of new videos. All the channels I mentioned earlier might be losing views, but they're still getting millions of views a day. Mr. Beast Shorts is averaging 3 million views a day. BlockFacts is averaging close to 4 million. And Jake Fellman is still averaging almost 20 million views a day. Meanwhile, established channels like Kyle XM and GB ASMR are jumping on the bandwagon and hoovering up even more of those 3.5 billion views. Sure, they're having some effect on the early adopters that saw massive success with YouTube Shorts, but the real effect is on the small creators that haven't exploded yet. With established creators rapidly sucking up all the YouTube Shorts views, the algorithm has less views to test out new videos from small creators that are just starting out. A month ago, if you uploaded a short video and got 10 or 20 views, there was probably a 40 or 50% chance that the algorithm would blast it out to some people on YouTube Shorts to see how it did. Today, that percentage is probably closer to 5 or 10% and going down fast. And all of this was completely predictable. Before doing his YouTube YouTube Shorts video, Spiffing Brit did a video on using the YouTube community features to explode your growth on YouTube. A week later, he did a follow-up video and said this.
Whilst also balancing a YouTube feature into actually working exactly as intended. Because that's right, the true temporary fix to this exploit was actually to get creators to use the polls again. Ultimately, the polls were being exploited more the less people use them. So if you flood the market with polls, suddenly every creator has 1% of the promotion instead of 5 channels just having 90% of it. Unknowingly, those lovely YouTube creators have nerfed this exploit for me and actually made it so that this feature is working as intended, so pat yourselves on the back.
In other words, as soon as the strategy hit critical mass, everyone started using it and it stopped being effective. And that happened with the community feature, which is only available to channels with over 1,000 subscribers. YouTube Shorts is available to everyone, which brings us to the launch of YouTube Shorts next month. You might be thinking that YouTube Shorts hasn't even officially launched in the United States yet, and that when it launches next month, that's when the real explosion will happen. That makes sense right up until you look at what's being launched in March. People can already view YouTube Shorts on the mobile app, which is where the explosion of views has come from. The main feature being launched in March is the ability for people to create YouTube Shorts directly from the YouTube app. They're explicitly trying to get even more people to upload shorts. The launch in March means more people uploading shorts videos and more competition, not less. All of this should make it perfectly obvious that unless you've already blown up using shorts or have an existing channel to boost off of, YouTube Shorts are dead. Of course, nobody else is going to tell you this. Why? Because while YouTube Shorts, the feature, may be dead, YouTube Shorts as a keyword isn't. The search term is exploding. As a result, everyone is rushing to make content about YouTube Shorts to capitalize on the current interest in YouTube Shorts. This is just going to further feed into the hype, which is going to lead to more people jumping on the bandwagon, which is going to lead to an even larger explosion of YouTube Shorts videos. With all that being said, I'm obviously going to stop making YouTube Shorts, right? Well, I'll answer that in a moment, but first, a brief detour. Now is the point in the video where I should say that if you liked this video, you should subscribe to the channel. However, if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to learn about growing on YouTube, and that's not really what my channel is about. I make videos about doing stupid experiments with game engines. If that sounds cool to you, I'd love to have you subscribe. Otherwise, you could still like this video to feed the algorithm, but in general, this isn't the normal topic for my channel. So you might ask, being a curious person that you clearly are, why am I making this video? The answer is the same reason Spiffing Brit made his video. He does videos about exploits in gaming. I make videos about stupid experiments in gaming. Putting videos on YouTube is basically a game where views and subscribers are points, and this channel is an ongoing experiment in playing that game. Also, I've found that being dedicated to putting up a video every day is incredibly motivating, which I like. However, doing a long video like this every day wouldn't leave me time to do the game development stuff, which is my real goal. So am I going to upload a YouTube short tomorrow? Yeah, I am. However, will I still be uploading YouTube shorts a month from now? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think YouTube shorts are dead forever. The hype will eventually die down. The bandwagon jumpers will jump off when they don't see instant success. YouTube will continue to promote YouTube shorts, and eventually the supply of videos and the demand for those videos will even out, and maybe there will be opportunity in YouTube shorts for small creators once again. However, how long that takes is anyone's guess. So I'll keep experimenting, and if I find something better, I'll make some changes. Until then, I appreciate you watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure more people see it by hitting that like button. If the stupid game stuff sounds interesting, then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.